Let's drop the filters. Depression isn't just sadness. It's not being lazy, moody, or ungrateful. It's waking up and feeling like nothing matters, even the things that used to light you up. It's carrying 1,000 pounds of emotional weight no one else can see. It's wanting to be alone, but also not wanting to feel lonely. It's hearing just cheer up and wondering why people still don't get it. Magnifying glass tilted left what depression feels like, from the inside. I'm tired, but I can't sleep. I'm around people, but I feel invisible. I laugh in public, but cry in private. I'm alive, but I'm not living. Depression doesn't always look like tears. Sometimes it looks like canceling plans. Or losing interest in everything. Or not showering for days. Or smiling while slowly falling apart inside. Warning: the problem with fake positivity. When someone with depression hears, "Just be positive," you have so much to be grateful for. Other people have it worse. It doesn't help, it hurts. Why? Because it invalidates the pain. It says, your suffering doesn't count. But here's the truth. Pain is not a competition. Just because someone else has it worse doesn't mean you're not allowed to feel broken. Your emotions are valid. Your story matters. Your healing is allowed, even if no one else understands your storm. The brain science of depression. Depression affects the brain's chemistry, structure, and function. Serotonin and dopamine levels drop, mood, pleasure, motivation. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for decisions and focus, becomes less active. The amygdala, center for fear and sadness, becomes more active. In simpler terms, your brain becomes less focused on the future. And more trapped in cycles of fear, regret, and numbness. It's not all in your head. It's in your brain, your body, and your nervous system. Cloud with rain, the invisible load people don't see. Getting out of bed equals a massive task. Texting back equals overwhelming. Doing laundry equals feels impossible. Eating equals feels like too much effort. Existing equals exhausting. It's not about willpower. It's about energy, and depression drains it from every part of life. This is why people with depression don't need judgment. They need understanding. And more importantly, they need hope. Crossmark the myths that keep people silent. Depression means you're weak. No. It often means you've been strong for too long without help. You can think your way out of it. Depression isn't a mindset issue. It's a mental health issue. It'll just go away on its own. Without treatment or tools, it often gets worse, not better. People who talk about it just want attention. Most people with depression say nothing. Talking is actually a sign of strength. Hammer and wrench how to start healing, even if it feels impossible. Shrink the task. Depression makes everything feel huge. Break it down, don't clean the whole house. Just pick up one sock. Build one micro-habit. Drink a glass of water. Sit in the sun for 3 minutes. Write one sentence in a journal. Tiny wins, small dopamine boosts, slow upward momentum. Talk to one safe person. A friend, therapist, hotline, someone who listens without fixing. Saying, "I'm not okay," is not weakness, it's the beginning of relief. Move your body, gently. Not for fitness, for function. Walk, stretch, breathe. Physical movement changes brain chemistry. Practice opposite action. Feel like isolating? Text someone. Feel like staying in bed? Stand for 30 seconds. These little rebellions against depression matter more than you think. Seedling therapy, medication, and faith-based healing, it's all valid. Therapy gives you tools and perspective. Medication balances your brain chemistry when your biology is working against you. Faith or spiritual practice can provide grounding and hope. You're not broken for needing help. You're human for finally saying, "I deserve to feel okay." Healing looks different for everyone, and there's no shame in how you get there. Speech balloon a message to anyone struggling silently. If no one has told you this today, you are not a burden. You are not behind in life. You are not failing. You are not hopeless. You are not alone. You are surviving something heavy, and that takes real strength. Maybe you don't want to end everything. Maybe you just want the pain to stop. That's valid. And there is help. You don't have to be at rock bottom to ask for a rope. Counterclockwise arrows button. Depression can lie to you. Depression says, you don't matter. You do. No one would miss you. They would. It'll always feel like this. It won't. You are not the voice in your head. You are the awareness listening to it. And that awareness can choose hope, one day at a time. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is keep living when all you want to do is give up. Unknown. White heavy checkmark 1. The 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. Purpose: reduce anxiety and bring you back to the present moment. When your mind is racing or spiraling, try this. 5 things you can see. 4 things you can touch. 3 things you can hear. 2 things you can smell. 1 thing you can taste. Backhand index pointing right. Why it works: it activates all 5 senses and shifts your brain from chaos to clarity. White heavy checkmark 2. The 2-minute rule. Purpose: beat procrastination and restart momentum. If it takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. Reply to that message. Drink a glass of water. Take a deep breath. Wipe your desk. Backhand index pointing right. Why it works: depression makes everything feel overwhelming. Tiny wins retrain the brain to act instead of freeze. White heavy checkmark 3. The dopamine menu. Purpose: rewire your reward system through positive action. Create your own dopamine menu with 3 categories. Small boosts, 0 to 10 minutes. Light a candle, stretch, pet a dog, splash water on your face. Medium boosts, 10 to 30 minutes. Take a walk, journal, cook something, clean a drawer. Big boosts, 30+ min. Meet a friend, dance workout, deep creative work. Backhand index pointing right. Why it works: depression dulls dopamine. This gives your brain new sources of joy. Repeat button bonus: stack these techniques. You don't have to choose one. You can stack these. Cold water plus box breathing. Done list plus dopamine menu. Safe visualization plus grounding technique. Stacking equals bigger wins in less time. Speaker high volume quick affirmations to repeat daily. Say these out loud or write them in your journal. I am not my worst days. I am allowed to take up space. My healing is mine, not anyone else's timeline. I don't need permission to rest. One small step is still progress. Direct hit final thought for this section. You are not lazy. You are not dramatic. You are not weak. You are doing your best in a brain that's been overwhelmed. Use these tools not to fix yourself, but to support yourself. This isn't about pretending to be okay. This is about giving yourself a chance to be free. Let's be real for a second. Pain sucks. But pain also connects. It cuts through the noise. It opens up something raw. It invites other people to say, wait. I feel that too. And in today's world, where everything gets filtered, posed, and polished, authenticity is the rarest form of influence. If you've been through pain, and you've grown from it, you have something powerful in your hands. A story that can heal someone else. White heavy checkmark 4. The 30-second cold splash technique. Purpose: reset your nervous system instantly. Splash cold water on your face or place an ice cube on your neck or wrist. Shocks your vagus nerve. Lowers your heart rate. Stops spirals and resets focus. Backhand index pointing right. Why it works: cold exposure triggers a parasympathetic, calm, response in seconds. White heavy checkmark 5. The 333 anxiety breaker. Purpose, stop anxiety loops and restore mental order. Whenever you feel anxious, name 3 things you see. Name 3 things you hear. Move 3 parts of your body, e.g., shoulders, fingers, neck. Backhand index pointing right. Why it works. It stops the fight or flight loop and gives your brain a task it can complete. White heavy checkmark 6. The 90-second emotion rule. Purpose, understand that intense feelings don't last forever. According to neuroscientist Jill Bolt Taylor, an emotion lasts 90 seconds, after that, it's your thoughts keeping it alive. Backhand index pointing right. Why it works. Knowing emotions have a natural peak and fade helps you ride the wave, instead of drowning in it. White heavy checkmark 7. Box breathing. Purpose, regain calm, lower cortisol, and reduce panic. Try this right now. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Repeat 4 to 5 rounds. Backhand index pointing right. Why it works. Navy SEALs use it. It signals your body that you are safe, even in stress. White heavy checkmark 8. The done list. Purpose, flip your focus from failure to progress. Instead of writing a to-do list, write a done list. Made the bed? Write it down. Sent an email? Write it down. Didn't cry today? Write it down. Backhand index pointing right. Why it works. Motivation grows when you see your small wins adding up. White heavy checkmark 9. Creative safe place visualization. Purpose. Escape mentally when escaping physically isn't an option. Close your eyes. Picture a peaceful place. Describe it to yourself. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel under your feet? Backhand index pointing right. Why it works. Your brain responds to imagined safety almost the same way as real safety. White heavy checkmark 10. Name the emotion out loud. Purpose, disarm overwhelming feelings by labeling them. Say it. I feel anxious. I feel lost. I feel tired. Backhand index pointing right. Why it works. Brain scans show that naming emotions reduces their intensity. It moves them from the emotional center, amygdala, to the rational part of your brain, prefrontal cortex.